Hello everyone. So we are moving on to the next topic of chapter 1. Okay, chapter 1, science 2, heredity and evolution. Okay, so yesterday we had studied about heredity, we studied about variation. I had given you homework on structure of DNA and structure of RNA. Hope you have finished. I won't be discussing anything about that because it is there in 9th standard textbook, and I had told you to revise it from 9th standards textbook. If you don't have the 9th standards textbook, you may refer to whatever I had taught yesterday. Okay, that much part is very important about structure of DNA and structure of RNA. Now today we may move on to the first topic of the chapter, that is protein synthesis. Okay, synthesis of proteins. Where does it take place? It takes place in the cytoplasm. So yesterday we studied about different types of RNA. We studied about mRNA, rRNA and tRNA. Hope you remember. Where is mRNA produced? It is produced in the nucleus. Where is tRNA present? It is present in the cytoplasm. Where is rRNA present? It is present in the cytoplasm. And where does protein synthesis take place? The protein synthesis take place in by rRNA. Understood? The protein synthesis take place in cytoplasm. But who is the mastermind? The mastermind is DNA. The original document for preparation of protein is present with DNA, and DNA is present in the nucleus. Okay, so what is the importance of protein actually? What is protein? Protein is made up of amino acids. Proteins are substances which are present in the body of a living organism, whether a bacteria or a human being or an elephant. Understood? We all need proteins. Need protein means not to eat only. Okay, our body synthesizes proteins. Understood? Because proteins are not present in the form which we need everywhere. We will eat some type of protein. Understood? And from those proteins, the body breaks up those proteins into amino acids, and with those amino acids our body prepare our own protein. Understood? That means, for example, we require insulin. Insulin is a protein. Okay, we don't eat insulin. We don't have insulin in palak. We don't have insulin in egg. Understood? So from where do we get insulin from? Insulin is prepared from in the body itself. Understood? And with the help of what? With the help of proteins which we eat. With the help of proteins which we eat, our body breaks the proteins into amino acids, and with those amino acids a cell produces proteins. Understood? Hope you have understood how proteins are produced inside a cell. Not only in our body, in the body of every living organism, their own proteins are produced with the help of proteins which they eat. Understood? So hope you have understood the term, the question, what are proteins? So what are proteins? Proteins are macromolecules which are made up of amino acids. Okay, there are 20 different types of amino acids with which several types of proteins are formed. There is a sequence of amino acids. The sequence of amino acids is very important. If the sequence changes, the protein changes. That means, consider there is a protein. I will name the protein as X. Understood? I will name the protein as X. This protein has to be produced. Understood? In our body, consider our body has to produce a protein X, and it has 3 amino acids. It is made up of 3 amino acids: amino acid 1, amino acid 2 and amino acid 3. It is made up of 3 amino acids. It looks like this. Okay, consider it looks like this. It is just a rough diagram. Okay, now This is a protein. So what are proteins? Proteins are macromolecules which are basically made up of amino acids. Now the central dogma for protein synthesis. There is a question, this is a 2-mark question. What is meant by central dogma of protein synthesis? It means that from DNA, mRNA is produced. mRNA goes into the cytoplasm. tRNA meets mRNA. Okay, tRNA meets mRNA. This tRNA, again rRNA also meets mRNA. tRNA and rRNA. Okay, tRNA and rRNA together, they bring amino acids in a particular sequence together, and that makes up a protein. This is known as the central dogma. So proteins are synthesized by DNA through RNA. Who is the mastermind? The mastermind is the DNA, which is present in the, where is the DNA present? It is present in the nucleus. From the DNA, mRNA is produced. With the help of mRNA, tRNA and rRNA brings together the amino acids and produces a protein. This is the central dogma for protein synthesis. I will be giving you the question later. I will tell you the part where the answer is in the textbook. Now protein synthesis consists of 3 steps. There are 3 steps for protein synthesis, that is transcription, translation and translocation. This is a very important question. It could be a 5-mark question, okay, if it is asked completely, but generally they are ask it as 1 mark, 2 mark or 3 mark questions. Okay, so protein synthesis consists of transcription, translation and translocation. Now in our syllabus we are having the study of each and every process separately. Transcription takes place in nucleus. Translation and translocation take place in cytoplasm. Now I will just describe where is the mRNA formed. The mRNA is formed inside the nucleus. Whatever I have shown in the cell, this is a cell as I have shown, and this is the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, whatever I have shown is DNA. Understood? From the DNA, an mRNA is produced. Okay, I will show you, and now with another color. This is mRNA. Understood? This mRNA comes out into the cytoplasm. It reaches the cytoplasm where the tRNA, yesterday I had shown you the structure of tRNA. The tRNA and the rRNA gets attached to mRNA. Understood? And they three together, they will produce protein. Understood? How? That we will see. Okay, hope you have understood. You may copy this in your notebook. Okay, so the topic transcription. What is exactly transcription? Transcription is the process of formation of mRNA from DNA. It is the process of formation of mRNA from DNA. Okay, so you may see this is a DNA. Okay, this is a double-stranded structure. That double-stranded structure is said to be DNA. What happens first? An enzyme called as RNA polymerase gets attached to the DNA. The enzyme called RNA polymerase gets attached to the DNA. It is a very complicated process, but for you it has been simplified to a lower level. So RNA polymerase is an enzyme which gets attached to the DNA. When it gets attached to the DNA, it starts unwinding. Okay, so they are wounded around each other. It is a double-stranded structure, I had told you. So as it is a double-stranded structure, it has to unwind first. Understood? So it is unwound with the help of this enzyme, that is RNA polymerase. Okay, this question is asked as an objective question very frequently. Now you may see, as they unwind, there is a set of nucleotides, that means nitrogen bases, which are getting separated. Hope you remember, in a DNA, if this is a DNA, okay, there is a nitrogen base here and there is a nitrogen base here. Understood? When they separate, the A will go one side and T will go the other side. Similarly, they have got separated. Okay, so you may see A and T. Yesterday I had told you that A always pairs with T and G always pairs with C. So A and T, G and C, C and G, they are complementary. Okay, they are complementary. Hope you have understood the term. Complementary means A always pairs with T and G always pairs with C. Okay. Now what happens at a particular position? At a particular position, the formation of mRNA starts. Understood? Formation of mRNA starts. Okay. So here the mRNA starts. I will show you with another color. Okay. The formation of mRNA starts and it is formed like this. That means here, if it is starting from here, then it will be G. Here it will be U. Why U? Because it is not T. Because RNA do not have thymine, it is having uracil. Okay. So here it will be A. Here it will be G. Here, okay, here it will be C, G, A, and so on. Understood? So a complementary strand has been produced and it comes out of the nucleus. You may see that it is shown in the textbook. There is a diagram shown in the textbook. That process is called as transcription. So what is happening during transcription? During transcription, a complementary strand, understood? The one strand, this strand, consider this strand is getting copied. From that strand, one mRNA is produced and that mRNA comes out of the nucleus. So the mastermind is the DNA. The DNA is having a code. This sequence is said to be a code. It is specific for each and every person. Understood? It is specific for each and every person. This is said to be a sequence. This sequence should be the same. Understood? So this sequence, with the help of that sequence, a particular mRNA is produced. Okay? Hope you have understood what is transcription. Okay? You may copy the diagram. Okay. Now the next process is translation. So this is the mRNA. Consider this as the mRNA which is produced by the process of transcription. What is transcription? It is the process of production of mRNA from DNA. Where does it take place? It takes place in the nucleus. Okay. From the nucleus, the mRNA comes into the cytoplasm. Hope you have understood. After the mRNA reaches, this is the mRNA. You may see the same sequence I have shown on this. Okay. After it reaches the cytoplasm, there is a code, that is triplet codon. Triplet means 3. 3 nitrogen bases together stands for one code, that is one amino acid. Understood? There are about 64 codons, understood, which code for these 20 different types of amino acids. I told you there are only 20 different types of amino acids in nature. With the help of those 20 different amino acids, different proteins are produced. So we are going to consider a protein named X, okay, which is having a sequence of 1, 2 and 3. So we are going to produce a protein with a sequence 1, 2, 3. Amino acid 1, amino acid 2, amino acid 3. Okay, so this is the mRNA which is coming from the nucleus. The code is present on the DNA. From the DNA, mRNA copied it. That process is called as transcription and came into cytoplasm. At the cytoplasm, the rRNA, okay, it gets attached to the mRNA. the rRNA, it gets attached to the mRNA and it calls tRNA. There are several different types of tRNA. You may see this is one tRNA, another tRNA which is surrounding the mRNA. Okay, but the tRNA is having an anticodon. You may see there is an anticodon below the tRNA. Understood? Those three spikes which I had discussed yesterday also, which is having a nitrogen base, set of nitrogen bases, which is said to be anticodon. Now if on mRNA it is AUG, then on tRNA it will be GUA. For against A it is G, against U it should be, against U it should be A, sorry C, against U it should be C, and against G it is A. Hope you have understood. They are complementary. A always pairs with G and A always pairs with T and C always pairs with G. So if I have written this wrong, I think I will take this as, I will rewrite this. Here it should be U, and for U it should be A, and for G it should be C. Understood? And in this case CAG. For C it should be G, for A it should be U, and for G it should be C. Okay, it is CG. For C it should be G, for U it should be A, and for A it should be U. Understood? So they are complementary. Why I am taking it as U and not T? Because it is an RNA. Understood? It is RNA. So what happens? The mRNA, it passes from the nucleus to the cytoplasm. It reaches the cytoplasm. The rRNA and tRNA surrounds the mRNA. Understood? The rRNA gets attached to the mRNA. This process is very, very important. Now tRNA, there are different types of tRNA surrounding the mRNA. Only that tRNA which is having the proper anticodon will come and get attached to the mRNA. Okay. Now this tRNA is having an amino acid. You may see we are considering the sequence 1, 2, 3. So here the first amino acid, that is amino acid 1, has come here. This process of reading the code which is present on mRNA, it is called as translation. Understood? The process of reading the code which is present on mRNA by tRNA, that is called as translation. So nearby there are several tRNAs. Only that tRNA which is having the proper anticodon will get attached to the mRNA and it will leave that amino acid there. Understood? So what is a triplet codon? It is a code for each amino acid consists of 3 nucleotides. It is said to be a triplet codon. So this process is called as translation. So what happens during translation? mRNA is translated by tRNA. Understood? The code which is present on mRNA is read by tRNA and it brings the amino acid to that particular position. That process is called as translation. Hope you have understood. You may copy this. Now the next process is translocation. Okay, translocate. That means the location is being changed. Okay, so this we had studied in the process translation. What is translation? The process of reading of whatever code is present on the mRNA by tRNA, that is called as translation. Now here this tRNA have brought amino acid 1. It is having the opposite anticodon. If here it is A, U, A, C. Understood? That particular tRNA gets attached there. Understood? after this amino acid is formed there, what does this ribosome do? The ribosomes moves through the mRNA to the next codon. Understood? It moves through the mRNA. It moves through the mRNA to the next codon. Understood? And calls other tRNA, the next tRNA. Understood? It calls the next tRNA. This movement, it is called as translocation. Understood? Now this will bring its anticodon. If this is C here, here it will be G. For A it will be U, and for G it will be C. That anticodon will bring that particular amino acid, that is amino acid 2. Understood? And again, after that tRNA has reached, what will happen to this rRNA? It will move on to the next codon and call the next tRNA. Understood? This process is called as translocation. So translocating, who is translocating? The rRNA is getting translocated. It is going through the mRNA and it is reading the sequence on mRNA, and it will call tRNAs. The particular tRNA with the particular anticodon will get clicked to that and to that codon, triplet codon, and it will read it will leave the amino acid there. And what happens to those amino acids? Those amino acids, they will bond with each other. If this is amino acid 1, it will bond with amino acid 2, it will bond with amino acid 3 and form a protein. Understood? This bond which is present, it is called as peptide bond. Understood? It is called as peptide bond. It is an objective question. It is there in the textbook. There is only a single sentence, you may mark and keep. So what is the bond between two amino acids in a protein? It is a peptide bond. Understood? So hope you have understood the three processes: transcription, translation and translocation. In transcription, the formation of mRNA take place from the DNA. Where does it take place? It takes place in the nucleus. Which enzyme is responsible for that? The RNA polymerase enzyme is responsible for that. Understood? Okay. And where does mRNA go? It goes into the cytoplasm. Now next is translation. What happens during translation? The different tRNAs which are present, it is an anticodon. The tRNAs are having anticodon. mRNA is having triplet codon. The triplet, that means nitrogen base of 3 sets, it forms one code that is said to be a triplet codon. And tRNA which is having an anticodon will come and get clicked to that particular mRNA. At that position, it is having an amino acid at its top, and that process is called as translation. Next is translocation. What happens during translocation? The rRNA, okay, rRNA moves from one codon to the next codon. It will bring tRNAs and the next amino acid is brought. Then it moves on to the next codon, next set of codons, and it will bring tRNA and the next amino acid is brought. Like these amino acids will come together, okay, it will form a set, it will form a sequence to form a particular protein. What is the bond between the amino acids? The bond between the amino acids is said to be peptide bond. Understood? Now, what is meant by mutation? Any change which is taking place in any of these. Consider by mistake there is no G in that mRNA. Okay, now what will it do? What will the rRNA do? It will take the next one. Next, what is there? It will read the next one. Okay, if it reads the next one, then it will become another code. And if it is another code, it will be another amino acid. Understood? So if there is different amino acid, then the protein also will be different. Understood? So it leads to changes in proteins. Understood? That changes okay, which take place due to changes in mRNA or DNA, it is said to be mutation. This mutation generally take place on DNA. Understood? If there is any change on the code on DNA, it leads to mutation. So hope you have understood all these topics. The main topic is of transcription, translation and translocation. Okay, it is a very important part of the chapter. You may copy this. Okay, now the homework for today is define transcription, translation, translocation, triplet codon, and the next question is what is the central dogma of protein synthesis. You may refer to the textbook itself. You may write the definitions from the textbook. Okay, we will discuss it tomorrow. Hope you have understood this part of the syllabus. Thank you.